Simps are the most dangerous men on this planet. A simp is a man that is emotionally weak, and anybody out there could be a simp. A dude could have a lot of money and still be a simp. A dude could be tall, he could still be a simp. A dude could be highly attractive to women and still be a simp. Once that man is emotionally weak, he is a simp. And here's the thing, some women craves toxic men. A lot of toxic men are simps. That's why they are toxic. So sometimes a woman could get into a situation with a simp and it could be fun at first. But when it's time to leave the relationship, this is where a simp becomes dangerous.
Was a junior at Central. She was killed by her ex-boyfriend in what we now know was a murder-suicide at an apartment complex in Durham on Monday. She is from Washington, D.C. The ex-boyfriend is Damian Tinsley, a former athlete at St. Augustine's University in Raleigh. He's also from Washington, D.C. Bianca Holman is live now at DPD headquarters. Bianca, you talked to that woman who says she watched this entire terrifying and tragic ordeal unfold before her eyes.
Yeah, very traumatic situation. And so we spoke with London's friend Cheyenne Boyd, and Cheyenne says that London was actually in the midst of moving out of the apartment that she shared with her ex-boyfriend at the time. She was really excited about a fresh new start, but all of that was cut short.
And she was just so happy to finally be moving out, getting her own place. The apartment she lived at with her ex-boyfriend.
Cheyenne Boyd describes the final moment she shared with her friend London Powers. They met freshman year at North Carolina Central University.
And she was also saying she would never deal with no man like that again. She said she knows the signs to look for and she would just leave if a man ever came to her acting like that ever again.
But before that could happen, Durham police received a call from the Camden Point Apartments on Monday afternoon. Cheyenne says London's ex-boyfriend, Damian Tinsley, who once played football at St. Aug's University, showed up unexpectedly. There was a brief argument. Then Cheyenne says Damian got physical with London. That's when London tried to call 911 before things took a deadly turn.
She says her address. She's like, he has a gun. That's literally all she was able to say.
Cheyenne says Damian shot London before turning the gun and firing a shot towards her. Cheyenne says she wasn't hit and that Damian looked her in her eyes before taking his own life.
I'm on the phone with the police. I'm screaming. I'm like, somebody please help me.
Damian died at the scene and London later died at the hospital.
I just can't believe London's not here with me. And it's just crazy. I just really feel bad for her family because I just really feel bad for everybody.
London was a junior at Central studying social work and preparing to intern at the Durham Center for Senior Life. She also worked at a local Walgreens, and her death has shaken all those who knew and worked with her.
Shell shock, it doesn't feel real, to, like I said, you go from talking to somebody, seeing somebody every day, saying active in messages, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's a void.
And so we have just learned this evening that they are planning to hold a balloon release tomorrow at the Walgreens on Holloway Street at 7:30. Reporting live in Durham, Bianca Holman, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
First and foremost, RIP to this young lady. Seems like she tried to get out of a toxic situation, but unfortunately, it was too late. So apparently, he deleted his ex-girlfriend after she tried to walk away from the relationship, and then he tried to delete her friend, and he deleted himself right after. So obviously, this was a man who was emotionally weak. He didn't want to see his ex-girlfriend move on. And again, this is why these Sims are so dangerous, because they refuse to allow a woman to move on even if she wants to. And that's simply because that man lacks emotional control. Emotionally, he still feels like he's in love with her and he can't stand seeing her with another man. And there are a lot of men like that out here. And here's the thing, ladies, some of y'all crave toxic energy, but that toxic energy is a very dark energy. When you play with toxic energy, you are playing with fire. And in life, when you play with fire, you will get burned. Sometimes it's better to just be with a good man. But some of y'all feel like being with a good man is boring. And y'all go deal with a dude who is toxic. And at first, y'all think it's cute. But then it could become dangerous. So I think in this situation, a lot of women should take heed and learn from what transpired here. Toxic energy is nothing to play with. And again, I don't respect any man who put his hands on a woman. I don't respect any man who is emotionally weak, because a woman should always be able to walk away if she's no longer interested in you. But again, ladies, y'all got to be careful out here. Y'all really got to be careful, because it's sad that a lot of women will pass up on a good dude simply because he's good, simply because he's boring. And sometimes women crave that toxic energy. It's like they need that to function. But sometimes it comes with a price. It's right here. It's just sad, man. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this. And to the women out there, y'all should look at this as a lesson. All right, that's just the bottom line. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.